Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry I haven't done a video for a while, been a bit busy with the new contract, of course. So for those of you that don't know, started a new contract about 6 weeks ago, something like that. It's basically about one whole month pay cycle, plus I had a couple of weeks, which was good and nice to get a full month pay in. And if you didn't see the recent posts about PAYE Codings, then definitely have a look. I also emailed you about that, those of you that are on my emailing list. Just to remind you, whenever you get a PAYE coding notice through, then the first thing I always do is just send an email straight off to my accountant. So I've got a limited company accountant with that, and fire him the details. Straight away he responded saying that doesn't look right. What I wanted him to say was, I will find out from HMRC why that's wrong. And maybe he would have done if I'd have pushed him, but in the end I thought I'd just try giving them a call myself. And those of you that have dealt with HMRC in the past, know sometimes that can be a fruitless task, and you can be left on hold for ages, and it can be a real pain in the backside. But I was really surprised. I was on hold, carried on the computer, of course, doing stuff, headphones in, and got through to someone pretty quickly actually. And he was knowledgeable, and he admitted that the PAYE form that I've been sent just didn't have the right information on it. And if you didn't read the post or the email, the gist of it was that they were basically, my tax code was changing because obviously I'm earning money at the moment through an umbrella, okay? So, and my umbrella and my limited company are with the same organisation, okay? And the benefit of that is you don't get double charged. You're paying for your limited company. I don't get charged for the umbrella fees. So that's a benefit of having a company, an accountant that does that for you. So of course, if you want information on that, just drop me a line and I'll introduce you. But straight away, the warning bells are ringing because I'm getting a new PAYE coding notice. Now I thought, okay, fair enough, I'm in a new contract, but that was 6 weeks ago I started, so I thought that was a bit odd. And the form is, the information they give you, there was only about 5 figures on there, and it mentioned gift aid payments. Now I make charity donations through my personal account and sometimes through the business account. But the personal account stuff, all that stuff was on there as gift aid payments. So basically I said to him, is that figure a negative or a positive impact on my PAYE coding? And he said, no, that's positive. That's giving you extra allowance because you've been donating to charity. So thumbs up, maximise that. That's good. Then there was another figure on something like employment or expenses or something like that. And it mentioned the umbrella company as a line item as well. There's only about 5 figures on this piece of paper. And it was only when he explained to me that he said, oh, hang on a sec, we've got 40 grand allocated from when you were working with your limited company. And I said, well, okay, but I'm every contractor, they won't be doing contracting through the limited company and umbrella, generalising, you're not going to have both gigs on at the same time, are you? If you're like what I would call a normal contractor doing a normal sort of role. And he said, well, we've got no way of knowing that. I said, but you're going to have hundreds of thousands of contractors contacting you saying, why are you assuming I'm earning through my limited company and my umbrella company? And I said, it doesn't even say on the form. If it would have said 40 grand allocated to protocol, my limited company, and then 50 grand allocated to the umbrella company, straight away I would have seen, what the hell's that about? And I know exactly why it's wrong. But it was only because I called him and he just explained to me the figures that he was looking at a screen that was different to what I had on my piece of paper from HMRC. And it said like C note 1, C note 2 and stuff like that. And he admitted that those notes were complete rubbish and said, look, I'm going to put in a request here that there's not enough information on these forms. Now, whether he did that or not, begs to be seen. But it was quite refreshing that this guy that I spoke to was actually, he sounded very on the ball, and he said, yeah, you just not got the information there. And I said, well, why are you assuming that someone's going to earn from their limited company and their umbrella company? In other words, their previous employment. Because even in a normal perm job, you would have your previous job and your current job. You're not going to, they're not going to assume that you're earning the money from that employment as well. And so I said, well, why don't you just not assume people are earning from two sources and assume they're earning from one? If you're going to make an assumption, make the one that makes more sense. And it took him a while to understand that, and he saw my point. But he said, well, if we get that wrong, then you're going to have an extra tax bill at the end of the year, and we don't want people getting 10 grand tax bills. I said, yeah, okay, I understand that, but if you assume I am earning that 40, 50, 60 grand from my limited company through dividends or whatever, and earning through the umbrella, then you're taxing me more. And he was saying, well, it'll all come out in the wash when you do your tax return and you'll get a tax refund. I said, yeah, but in the meantime, you've got my money. So they're trying to make it sound like they're doing me a favour by not giving me an end of year tax bill by taking it all in advance. I mean, you know, what sort of a, you know, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, does it? And I'm sure it doesn't surprise you as well. But anyway, the number one cardinal rule is double check your tax code, and any changes to your tax code flag to your accountant or to your umbrella. And worst case, I would say, based on my experiences, is just give them a quick call, because it wasn't as painful as I thought it would be, and it's being rectified. And he actually said, so I will have been overtaxed this month, and that will be adjusted in next month's money. So basically what I want to see is, does my take-home percentage improve next month? Now, my first month, I think I was getting about 67% take-home, or 69. This one was about 67. So I want that number to go up from 67% take-home. And the way I just work out the take-home is day rate times by number of days. That's the amount of money that I've earned, and then what I actually get paid into my personal bank account, because I'm on umbrella deal at the moment. So that number, what I've received divided by day rate times number of days, that's my percentage take home. Okay, so I recommend you work that out. And a few people in the Facebook group have been saying about they're getting like 50, 55%. Now, maybe that's the case that you've been earning shed loads of money in the current tax year. Maybe that's affecting you in that way. But as a few other people have suggested, that does seem a bit low. So definitely check out your tax code, check out your accountant. And if you've got a crap one, then just drop me an email and I'll put you onto my guys. And at least then you can have the ability to have your limited company and your umbrella in one organisation. It's not always going to happen, because obviously sometimes you're told to go with one of their 5 or one of their 4 or one of their 3, basically the ones they've got deals with, backhanders with, maybe, you never know. But if you get the opportunity to go with my one, then you've got at least that way of negating the umbrella fee, so you don't pay that £15 to £20 a week extra as well. So that's definitely worth considering. And also double check with any accountant, if you're doing an umbrella gig, can you go on a reduced fee for your limited company fees? You don't have to put your company into dormancy, maybe. You don't have to go down that route yet, but at least see if they'll reduce their accountancy fees, because there's nothing going through the accounts very much. Okay, anyway, I hope that is useful. I'm just out on a nice bike ride on this Sunday afternoon. I've done some nice CV reviews yesterday, which was very good, so keep them coming. I'm basically, when I finish work at sort of 4:30, 5 o'clock, I basically spend a couple of hours doing CV reviews for you guys. So if you need help with your CV, your LinkedIn profile, interview technique, anything like that, please just reach out to me. I am still here. I read every single post, I read every single comment, and I thank you very much for taking, both groups actually have hit 2,000 members now, so massively proud of that, and I want to thank you all for being a part of it. Okay, so I wish you all the best. Okay, speak soon, bye.